Hey, it's Star11 with another X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This was against Colo Nation. Link to his channel, Twitter, and possibly his side of the battle in the description. Looking at teams here, I have my always present Pyro and Flarissa, my Scarfed Typhlosion, Kagome, the Chlorophyll Leafeon, Haruhi, and Dusk Noir, and he has the obvious use Azumarill, the Politoed, which I knew he had from seeing previous videos of battles he had. This was actually the second battle we had. The first one, he was using a bunch of unbalanced stuff, and I just completely destroyed him. So, it wasn't a very interesting battle, so we had this rematch, which was a lot more even, more or less. The only two things he kept from the first battle was the Zoroark and the Frostlass. The first battle he had 4 things weak to fire, so it was obvious how he went down so fast and why he was so boring to watch. So I'm pretty sure here I was expecting him to switch out into Salamence to take the Solar Beam, since he already knew that Pyro was Megazord Y. And basically, that misprediction and that critical hit is what decided the entire battle. That more or less decided the entire battle. So the Frostlass goes down without getting to do anything, except that its cursed body took away my Leaf Blade, which might have been why he sent it in. Because of that, he's completely free to send in his Politoed, and I have no choice but to switch out. Except that I have the Aerial Ace, which was actually something that Kagome didn't originally have. She used to have a different move, I think. I forget what it was, but... So, he goes for the Scald, figuring that I was going to switch out, and burns Kagome, which really ruins her. Prevents her from doing anything, really. And I was wondering why he didn't just go for the Ice Beam there. Maybe because he figured that I was going to switch out again. So here, I think I'm just trying to stall out the rain. I don't know why, though, since I can just send in Pyro. I forget why I kept going for the Synthesis. It might have just been since there was no use to go for anything else, and Kagome was fodder at that point. And when I saw that the Aqua Jet took out Clarissa, I figured that this thing must be choice banded. And that more or less confirmed that it was choice banded. The Thunder Wave I think I meant for Azumarill, but it was fine getting it on Ferrothorn anyway. And Pyro survives with 1 HP, just 1 HP. The amazing survival, which ends up not mattering all too much, since I really should have gone for Air Slash there. And I knew that at this point Air Slash could not one-shot this thing, so I had to switch Pyro out and save him for getting rid of Weather later on. So, yep, he gets another burn, which means Dusknoir now can't do much. But luckily I get the burn on him, so I got some residual damage on the Politoed. So, literally the only thing Dusknoir can do now is just go for a barely anything Shadow Sneak, just to get as much damage as possible off on Politoed. So since Pyro obviously outspeeds this thing, and it's now at a low enough range, I can take it out with a Solar Beam. Except that I figured the Salamence was coming out at that point, so I went for Air Slash. I was surprised when the Ferrothorn came out, when the Salamence would have been much better option. But here, the Ferrothorn stays in, so I can at least get that thing out of the way. So I still wasn't sure if Air Slash could take it out from this range. I figured it probably couldn't, so I had to switch out again. Thankfully, it doesn't get a burn on something else, and I can set up the light screen. But due to low HP, Harley couldn't survive the next Scald. But at least now, this thing is low enough that any move can take it out. So here, I finally go for the Solar Beam, and the Salamence finally comes out. This I really should have seen, but it actually wasn't the Salamence. It was the Zoroark, meaning it didn't matter what I did. When I saw the damage, I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, Zoroark. So luckily the Zoroark is completely gone, but now the Azumarill is here with the threat of Aqua Jet. I believe I had absolutely nothing to switch out to, so that's why I had to keep Pyro in and just let him go down. Here I really should have gone for Flamethrower, knowing that it was Choice Banded. And that's the end of the battle. Like I said in the beginning, that critical hit and thinking that he would go into Salamence to take the Solar Beam, is really decide the entire battle, pretty much. Sorry if I'm talking slow, I'm kind of tired when recording this. But anyway, good battle, and we might be having a rematch sometime soon, so keep looking for that battle in the future. And again, his channel, Twitter, and possibly his side of the battle are in the description. So, see you next time!